Hello and welcome. I didn't mean to scare you, but hello and welcome to How Do We Human, the podcast where we overanalyze all of the weird, awkward micro moments in life. I'm Chris Binning.
And I'm Evan Cox.
And this is episode 8, The Ocho, dealing with bad food. Yeah, you are so scared this episode, right up top.
I'm on edge. Yeah. I'm on edge.
Well, let's see if we can talk you down from the ledge with a simple question.
Okay.
But one that might be tough to answer.
Ooh.
Evan?
Yeah?
How you doing?
Ooh, good.
Asked and answered.
Yeah, doing pretty good for the most part. I feel like I always say that, though, is that, am I genuinely ever good? Or do we just start recording and then I turn on that part of me that's like, yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about all the bad things. I just do good.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be healthy, kind of. Like, I had a realization yesterday in that I've been just in general constantly feeling like garbage. Like always dehydrated, always tired, always scatterbrained. And I've just I go like bit by bit by bit and go like, oh, it's, I'm not drinking enough water. So I drank all the water in the world and I feel the same. I'm not sleeping enough. No, that didn't work either. And it just like clicked with me yesterday, like, oh, it's all of it. It's every aspect of my life. You need, like, I don't know if it's just getting older. Like when you're younger, you're a teenager, you can get 5 hours of sleep and like drink just Mountain Dew all day and feel okay.
Do the do.
But now, like, if I'm not eating right and exercising and drinking enough water and like not drinking alcohol and taking my vitamins and getting enough sun and not looking at computer screens before, like, unless all of that comes together, I just feel like shit. Yeah,
I have a similar experience, so I know the feeling.
Ugh. Yeah. So I don't really have a story. I'm just letting the world know I'm trying. I'm drinking insane amounts of water right now, but I just feel dehydrated constantly. But on the flip side, I've been to the doctor. I've had a lot of tests done within the last year. I'm the healthiest person on the planet.
Is that what that trophy's for?
Yes. My life-size trophy that looks like me.
I was wondering.
Yes.
Okay.
My like blood tests, like my levels are all just fucking insane. And you feel like shit. You go into the doctor and you expect to come out like, oh, you want an answer.
Yeah.
Like, oh, your iron is low. Take iron pills. Or, oh, this is wrong. You need immediate surgery. That's what you want when you go to the doctor.
You want to be told you need immediate surgery.
But nothing. No. It's just like you're as healthy as you've ever been and as you'll ever be.
Yeah.
Which is kind of depressing.
It is depressing. I think it makes you feel even worse.
Done did it. But you know what's going to make me feel better?
I don't. Tell me.
It's going to make me feel better to know how you doing.
Ooh, well.
took a different level from my voice.
Yeah.
Well,
thanks for asking, Evan. It was bound to happen. I have pretty much nothing going on in my life.
Neither of us had anything happen this week.
Yeah. Something that I mean, and you're gonna really feel like I'm stretching.
Deal, can't wait.
Yeah, because this is the shortest turnaround between recordings.
True, that's
fair. I want us to have that qualification on the table. And so the closest thing that I could think to bring up was something I've noticed lately at work and in life is when you ask a lot of people, and you being the exception, so thank you.
Whoa.
But if
when you ask someone how you doing, they don't say it back?
No, they do say it back. But when you say how you doing to somebody, And the response that I typically give is, "Oh, good."
Yeah.
And then I'll ask the other person, "How you doing?" And they'll say, "I'm doing well, thank you." Fuck you.
I don't like that
I
either.
don't like it at all. I get that it is grammatically correct. I'm not trying to dispute that. But you don't have to be a dick about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's a difference between, like, if you were the first person, like, if I asked you how you were doing and you go, "Oh, I'm doing well," that's fine. But
That's
if I say
fine.
good first,
Yes.
come to my level.
Yes.
Because you're not just like, "Oh, this is the correct thing to say." It's letting you know, like,
Hey.
so you know.
Just so you know, not only am I doing well, I'm doing better than you.
In all aspects of life, I had grammar classes. But
Not only did I have those grammar classes, I insist on carrying on those lessons.
And not only did I have those grammar classes, I did well in them. But like this is where my brain leaps as I compare it to the like new language coming along, like the fact
Yes.
that not necessarily language, but that Webster's dictionary now accepts both definitions of literally.
Yeah.
Including
the
exact
definition
opposite.
of not literally.
Not literally.
Thanks.
And that's like maddening. Like, that's so stupid because it happened in our lifetime. They're
Yeah.
like, no, this word means this. It doesn't mean that. But it's kind of the same thing. We just have to accept, like, yeah, language is constantly changing. And at a certain point, sure, it would be improper to answer that question. I'm doing good. But that's not the case anymore.
Well,
We're
and the
supposed
other
to do
thing
good.
is, like, I don't even necessarily always say I'm doing good. I'll just say, "Oh, I'm good. I'm well.
Yeah, that's
I'm
even
doing
worse.
well." It's and I do understand the constant evolution of language, and I can certainly point to different examples of things that are changing in language that I do not care for, similar to the definition of literally being
Yes.
not literally. And I hate it when people say doggos. Or,
The fuck is that?
Yeah, have you ever been on the internet? People talk about dogs and they say doggos.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I fucking hate it so much.
And I know tacos. I don't know why my mind just went somewhere like using that in a phrase. Like, man, this situation is doggos.
Oh, that I'm gonna start using it.
I think we can turn with Webster's dictionary. Will change the definition. Add doggos to the dictionary,
Yeah.
but then change it to mean like bonkers. We'll drive those people crazy.
Ugh. I'm so glad that we've not only gone off the rails so quickly in this episode where we had so little going in, but have solved a problem
I think
that
so.
specifically I feel is bad. Doggos and puppers.
Puppers. Yeah.
I think it's fine if you're talking to your dog and you say that,
Yes.
but if you're talking to me, just say dog.
Do people, is this, like, do you just see this in, like, Instagram comments or Reddit posts, or
Yeah.
do people say it to your
I
face?
guess I see it mostly online in like Instagram posts or tweets or people's dating profiles.
That's a prime place for doggos.
I love doggos.
My problem is it sounds too much like tacos,
Yeah.
which, hey,
Hey.
don't mix those
Do not mix up doggos and tacos.
unless you got a cute little dog Halloween costume. That's
Who
a taco.
then mix it up?
Mix.
Or if you have a dog costume for your taco.
I don't know how I would go about that. But I want to see it.
Speaking of tacos, tacos are food.
Yes.
And our main topic,
Where are you going with this? Get to the point.
our main topic is food. Maybe you've
Oh.
heard of it. And
Yeah.
sometimes food, it's good. Sometimes it's well. But
It was like so many segues just crashing into each other.
this is a car crash of a transition. A huge Segway pile up on the 405. The point
I feel
is,
like I need to help.
I don't. Put that car in reverse, baby. You didn't see anything. But I guess, we're talking about food and dealing with bad food.
Yeah.
Maybe at a restaurant, maybe at someone else's home and they've prepared it.
Fuckers.
I don't think they did it on purpose.
Oh, that's not been my experience. When I go to someone else's house, they try to mess me up with food I hate on purpose. But it's because I'm a difficult person to know. And they want to let me know.
Oh, well, it sounds like message received, just not enjoyed.
Yeah.
So, I am sure we have similar takes on this, but getting bad.
We've said that at the top of episodes a number of times and actually surprised ourselves.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm not gonna put money down, but I feel
I will.
Okay. Oh my God! Just where did you get that briefcase full of money?
It's from Marcellus Wallace. He didn't need it anymore.
Oh, okay. Asked and answered. If I get bad food at a restaurant, I don't bring attention to it.
I do nothing.
Okay, good. We are on the same page.
Yeah, I almost take on, it's like a subconscious, like, I deserve this.
Yes, I do the same thing. I deserve this. I'm the one that made the mistake of ordering this.
Yeah.
It's my fault.
That's it. That's the mindset. It's I ordered wrong. It's
Yes.
not like, oh, maybe this is good.
Yeah.
But the person cooking it like fucked it up or put too much salt or didn't salt it or just like something got messed up. I never think like, oh, this is a mistake. I just think like, oh shit, this is a bad thing they made.
Yeah, they
I should have known.
intentionally put this bad dish on the menu, and I fucked up by ordering it.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe like I really thoroughly enjoy gambling, and maybe I just look at it like that. Like I understand like half of the joy of gambling comes from losing occasionally. You have to lose for that win to be exciting.
Yeah. It's all about risk and reward.
Yeah, I think I'm just kind of trained to accept like, yeah, some half the time you just lose.
Yeah, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I would say that ordering food in restaurants is as risk-taking as I get.
Ooh.
Because obviously if it's a restaurant I've been to before, I'm probably just going to order the same thing that I ordered and enjoyed the first time.
Yeah.
Because I know that that's generally good.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed it before. So I don't need to diversify.
I really have a hard time with that because I don't know, I'm not an adventurous eater. But
No, me
I'm
neither.
significantly more adventurous than I was when I was younger. I was a very picky eater as a kid.
Yeah, same.
And, now I cook a lot, and that gets me into different things. I try to expand my food vocabulary. Sure. But I have the same thing where even if I'm going to like, oh, this is an interesting restaurant and I hear this is great, but I've had the hot dog and the hot dog's so good.
Oh, yeah.
Why mess with the hot dog?
Why mess with the hot dog?
Why mess with the hot dog?
So you've never... have you ever brought attention to a meal you've received and it either not being good or something is obviously wrong with it?
I don't think I have. I'll have to think. This is what I should have thought about in prepping for this episode. I can't remember a time I did that with food. I have done that with a beverage.
Okay.
And maybe because I need that liquid courage to make me confident enough to go like, hey, this is bad. There was when I was living in Long Beach, there was some event going on, and my girlfriend and I were there, and I ordered a gin and tonic, and it was like very, very, very bad, cheap gin, that's on the level of like, that's on me, I shouldn't have ordered.
Right.
But I swear it was not tonic water. I think it was soda water.
Oh.
Which, I don't know, if you don't do a lot of cocktails, you might not know the difference off the top of your head, but it's just a very different, it's kind of like, more like sparkling water, like very, very, very bubbly. And tonic water kind of has a lemon sort of overtone to it, which adds to it. It was so undrinkable. Actually, no, that's right. At the time, I didn't even think it was gin, and I still don't to this day. I swear it was a rum and soda. And I returned it, and they denied that, but we're just like, if you don't like it, yeah, we'll just make you another one. So I have experienced that where, if you do complain, you get what you want.
Yeah, it's a dangerous lesson to put out there.
It is, but it's true.
It does work.
I'll tell real quick. Oh, maybe not real quick. We've got time. I'll tell my story about my brother-in-law, John. He was down in Seattle, Washington with my sister.
Down in Seattle. I can't stop doing that. I live in Los Angeles. I always say down to Seattle. It's to be fair, it's not down or up. It's north or south. No, the earth is flat and it's hanging like a painting. It's not flat like a table. It's flat against the...
That's a new theory. Anyway, so, my sister and brother-in-law were in town for a dodgeball tournament, and we all decided to go out to a restaurant. There's this restaurant in Seattle called 8 Ounce Burger Bar, which is very expensive, but just an insane burger. So darn good. And
Are the burgers 7 ounces?
7.5,
9 ounces.
I bring a tiny scale with me every time I go, and that is when I am comfortable complaining. I say, waiter, where's my 0.5 ounces? But
I believe the expression is, where's the beef?
Well, now I want to complain like that. I'm sure people aren't tired of that yet. So, yeah, we order our food, and it's just taking forever. And, he just competed in a dodgeball tournament. He's fucking exhausted. We just went straight from there to here. And, a stupid amount of time's passing by, and we're all kind of going like, okay, whatever. I mean, we're hungry, but, then it's like, okay, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And they come and they bring our food, but it was the wrong food. They just brought someone else's food. And John spoke up and was just like, no, sorry, like, that's not our food. He was like, oh, sorry, I brought it back. And he's a bit more of an extroverted person than I am, and was willing to just, like, wave down a waiter and just, let them know. Which is, I don't know why that's beyond me. I can't do it. Because that doesn't that's not like rude or anything. It's just like, wave someone down and just be like, hey, it's been an hour. And we're very hungry. And I was in awe.
Yeah.
I was in awe watching this happen. And you know what happened after that? They brought us... Our what happened was our order had gotten messed up and it needed to be recooked. Mm-hmm. So the waiter came back and was like, I am so sorry. Like, they messed up the order. It's going to take another, 15, 20 minutes. But here is a box of candied bacon.
What?
Oh, my God. The most indulgent flavor in the world. It's just candied, crystallized sugar on top of bacon and baked in the oven. So it's like a candy. I don't know. It was so frickin' good. And it only came to us because attention was brought to the... if that were just me in that situation, I never would have said anything. And the waitstaff and the cooks all would have been like, phew, thank God they're doing fine, and just haven't even noticed that this fuck up happened and is taking forever. we'll not do anything about it. But just bringing attention to it got us a little extra stuff. And then the food came, and it was all wonderful and lovely.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about this until you told that story. One time I received the wrong meal. I was at dinner with my grandparents, I think, and I had ordered some burger, and they brought me a different burger than what I had ordered. And my initial reaction was like, I guess this is just the burger they want me to have. But my grandparents were like, no. We'll flag down this server and get the right one. And then similarly, I've had an experience where after speech and debate tournaments, usually we would go to one of a couple different restaurants. Some people liked going to this restaurant, Native New Yorker, which I did not because I thought all of their food was bad. So some of us would go to Applebee's.
Sure.
And one time, everybody gave their orders, and the waiter came back and they distributed all the meals, except nothing was distributed to me. So I was like, okay, there were too many plates. They had to go back make a second trip.
Yeah.
We were waiting a little while, and a little more time goes by. And other people are like, hey, Chris, you have not received your sliders yet. I'm like, yeah, they're probably still working on it. Then more time goes by. And I'm like, oh, man, I must have really underestimated how much time it takes to prepare sliders. And like, it must have been at least another 15 minutes, 15 to 20 probably. And Sammy, one of my friends, finally flags down the waiter and is like, hey, he hasn't gotten his sliders yet?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. The meal is on us. They comped the whole thing. Yeah, it's great. And I got my sliders.
How are the sliders?
They were fine.
Nah. I've had that exact same situation happen, but at least, a slider. Okay, maybe you're needing to. Maybe it's made fresh.
Right.
Mix some meats in, mix maybe some cheese, some seasoning, some Worcestershire sauce in there. Worcestershire. And then you gotta cook it and make. Oh, it's cooked to the right. There's some effort that needs to be made.
Sure.
This happened to me with a BLT. Bacon.
Yes.
Lettuce. Tomato.
Got it.
2 of these ingredients don't need to be cooked. Mayonnaise. Bread.
Yeah.
I was in Ocean Shores with some friends at this restaurant. I won't sully their good name, but I remember their good name.
Yeah.
They deserve to be sullied.
He's got the information. This restaurant has the opportunity to sponsor this podcast.
Does.
Or he will drop that name.
That's true. I would never sully the name of the porthole in Ocean Shores. Anyways.
Oh, you lost your chance. You didn't respond quick enough to the ransom note.
So it's a group of like 5 or 6 of us there. Everyone orders food at the same time. Everyone's ordering drinks. People are getting, burgers. People are getting, like someone got spaghetti. Complicated-ish orders. And my BLT just doesn't show up. 5 other people's food shows up. I am sitting there waiting for 20, 25 minutes past the point. So collectively, like 45 to an hour.
Okay.
20-some minutes after people have already started eating. And then it finally, I don't remember if I complained or someone else complained. I might have complained. I might have been I was very hungover, so that might have been just me sour enough to step up and just be like, not complain, but just go like, "Hi, I'm sorry to be talking, but I ordered a BLT and haven't received it yet. Is there anything you can do about that?" More time passes. It finally shows up. the tomato on it was roughly a quarter of a large tomato. Like, the rounded end was still on it.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like a slice of tomato. It was like the thickness of maybe 2.5 fingers across. Like, inedible. I'm not a tomato fan. BLT is my favorite sandwich, and that, like, a slice of tomato, 2 slices of tomato, that's the right amount of tomato for me. I like it in the context of that sandwich.
Yeah.
But I'm not a person who would, like, put salt on a tomato and take a bite out of it. That is horrifying to me. People love it. So that grossed me out, but I was like, all right, I'll eat it anyway, and I eat it. The bacon's all fucked up. It's just like, not even like, you know, there's like soft kind of undercooked bacon, then there's like chewy bacon, then you get crispy bacon. These are all acceptable forms of bacon.
Yeah.
This was just hard bacon. It didn't like crisp or fall apart when you bit it. It was just hard and hard to eat. But I ate it and got so sick. I got back to the place we were staying and just felt so awful. And I don't know if it's maybe old bacon, maybe unwashed vegetables. It fucked me up. And I just kept thinking, like, I couldn't bring myself to do it after having already gone like, oh, sorry, it's taken a while. I couldn't receive that and then go, and also this is bad. Can you take the usual like 3 minutes it takes to make a BLT and just make me a good one? But I paid the price and got very, very sick.
What do you think about, and I don't know if this is nationwide or worldwide or if it's just Los Angeles, but the desire to turn every BLT into a BLTA.
Hey,
what are your thoughts?
I think it depends how you do it. I love the addition of an A to a B and an L and a T. First off, you know what I'm gonna I think BLTA is a lost opportunity to make a blat. Just call it a BLAT. Because that's sayable, you know?
Sure, yeah.
BLT is fun to spell, but once you got 4 letters, I'm not calling NASA NASA. That's stupid.
That's
stupid.
NASA.
I'm going to go down the street to Squirrel and order a blat and see if anyone knows what I'm talking about. I like the addition of the flavor, but it depends how you do it. Some do it like as a spread. Some, well, it's just like chunks of avocado. And you know what? I set that up saying it depends how you do it. I like both of those options. The answer is I like it. Are you not an avocado guy?
I'm not an avocado guy. So the BLT has worked. It's those 3 ingredients. We did it. We don't have to reinvent the wheel with the A.
But how about this? Everybody's always saying a BLT. It's 3 ingredients.
It's not. It's 5.
Yeah. You can't have a BLT without mayonnaise. That's insane.
You can't do it.
I
defy you to have a BLT without mayonnaise.
So now,
also, without bread. Good luck.
That's a big one. I was such a picky eater as a kid. My introduction to BLTs, my mom was so patient with me for the most part in terms of my eating habits and how picky I was. And I would ask for, like, she would be like, oh, I'm making BLTs, and I would just ask for a B. just no mayonnaise, just bacon on bread. And she would make it for me and I would eat it thinking, like, there was almost in my mind this subconscious, like, well, as a BLT generally has lettuce and tomato, there's some healthy aspect to it, and I could trick myself into going like, yeah, no, this is still, it's a healthy sandwich, it's just a BLT, I just took some things off of it. I was like, no, that's bacon. It's just bacon. It's bacon and carbs.
Yeah.
It's good shit. She would also make me sauceless pizza.
Ugh.
With cheesy bread.
Oh, that's true.
Hey, yeah.
It just sounds gross when you say sauceless pizza. But cheesy bread, all right. That's fine.
Sauceless pizza. Yeah, I was a weird kid. Weird adult. But I eat more things. But still don't like onions, pickles, mustard.
Wow, I love all three of those
I don't
things.
need that shit in my life.
I need it more. I
Which
need
of
bigger
those-
quantities.
You have to pick one of those ingredients to add to a BLT. What is it?
Ooh, good question. Man, I'm gonna say pickles. Although I could make, there's an argument maybe for onions. You wouldn't want it in such. I wouldn't put
You would
mustard.
get this reaction no matter what you
Yeah,
say.
I know.
But I feel like mustard would be the easiest answer.
Yeah, but I'm not an easy guy.
You're not.
I'm complicated. I'm a complex soul. If I had to put another ingredient in a BLT, it'd be pickles or onions. That's my new Bumble profile. Swipe right.
I think that's good. I think. What's the? I don't know. Like we talked about on the previous episode, I don't know how all the apps work. Is there one where you write questions and ask people questions? Is that what Hinge is?
No.
Damn it! I thought it was hip.
Hinge is like you have photos and there are questions that you can put on your profile that you then answer.
Oh.
And then another
weird.
user scrolls through the profile, and then there's, instead of like a heart button for the whole profile,
Yeah.
there's a heart button for the photos, any
Okay.
of them, or any of the questions, and you have to hit that. And then if somebody likes something on your profile, you get the notification of like, hey, so-and-so liked this photo or this answer to this question.
That's odd.
Yeah.
I don't like that. End of sentence. I don't like it. I just feel like we've got to do a dating apps episode because we've
it
pretty much
is
done
coming.
one.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just repurpose. I can edit all the times we've talked
Yeah, we don't
about
even
it.
have to record it.
We don't have to record it.
A clip episode.
Probably got an hour's worth of talking about dating apps, but I'm just so interested in them, having not used them. But that just feels so like, I don't know, self-serving, which I guess it has to be on your profile.
Yeah, they
but,
all are.
like, the fact that you're just going like, oh, this is a question that I like my answer to, and think someone else would like my answer to this question. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I've never thought about it like that, but
It's very calculated.
oh yeah, it's you're selling yourself.
I think you should be able to write your own questions, put them on your profile, and then other people can come in and answer your questions. And if you like their answers, then you guys can start talking.
Can I tell you something?
Huh.
I like that idea.
Hey.
But that sounds like a lot more work than anyone seems to be willing to put in.
Well, you can see it happening live right now on mattressman_.com.
Oh, we're not there yet, Evan.
Fuck. All right, back to business.
Have you ever been like received a meal you have not liked and been with people and mentioned to them, hey man, you know, my food's not very good, and then they pressure you to complain?
Say something about it. Oh, I can't think of a specific, but I've definitely been in that. More when I was younger, when I was pickier, because there were more, significantly more meals that I'm just like, this isn't good. The most recent one that pops into my head, my girlfriend and I, we went somewhere, but we had the exact same experience, which was like, what the fuck is happening? We went to some Mexican restaurant and we ordered enchiladas, which we felt like there's so much good Mexican food in California, but like enchiladas aren't a thing as much here because they're not authentically Mexican. And
right.
In California, it's mostly very authentic Mexican food. Except like burritos are all over the place also. But like in Washington, any Mexican restaurant, you can get just a really good enchilada, which is a relatively simple thing to make.
The whole enchilada.
The whole enchilada. And we went to this, excuse me, and we went to this Mexican restaurant because we had read on their menu like, oh, they have enchiladas. Like, oh, that sounds good. Let's go do enchiladas. That was somewhere in Long Beach, and we ordered them, and they came, and it was like tomato sauce, not like enchilada sauce, just like spaghetti sauce with mozzarella cheese. So it was like an Italian enchilada.
Okay.
It was so confusing because it's like, all right, if I can take my brain out of this equation and forget this is an enchilada, this is fine. This is just spaghetti sauce, mozzarella cheese, some chicken, and a tortilla. Like, that sounds good.
Sure.
But like expecting an enchilada and getting like it but Italian style was so just like off-putting and upsetting. That's my whole story.
Did it taste good?
I can't say. It didn't taste like an enchilada. It did taste like spaghetti. Or maybe like a chicken parm. But that's not what you want when you order an enchilada.
No, that's true.
But yeah, I can't think of a specific example of dealing with that. You?
I can.
Good.
There was a restaurant called Chompy's, and I had heard.
I love Chompy's. Did they have a shark? Was a shark their mascot?
No.
Damn it.
But
a little pair of those joke teeth.
no, I mean there was a bite taken out of the O in Chompy's.
Got him.
So yeah, you were in the right area.
Love it.
But I had heard so many good things about Chompy's. Everybody that I knew raved about it. And so I went with a group of my friends before we were going to go see a show or something. I don't remember. But we went to Chompy's, and I ordered a patty melt.
Okay.
So I was like, the patty melt, not only do I know it's good from other places I've been, but it doesn't seem like it's that hard to make.
Totally. Easy choice.
Easy. And then I got the patty melt, and it was disgusting. Like, I felt sick mere bites into this sandwich. And, eventually people noticed that they've made it a lot further in their meals than you have in yours. And so they bring it up. Other people try it, and they're like, oh, this is not good. And one girl was like, you gotta tell the staff, you gotta send it back.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. It was the same reaction of like, I ordered wrong. I thought they would make the patty melt that I wanted, but they made one that's not so great. She was like, well, my dad would send it back.
I don't care what your dad would do.
Bullshit argument is that? But yeah, so that was, I didn't give into that pressure. But
good for you.
Yeah.
Stand your ground.
That's right. Suffer with bad food.
With dignity.
Yeah, suffer with dignity. But that's the only time I think that I've been pressured to say something. Other than that Applebee's sliders thing where they were like, you should say something. No, I'm sure they're working on it. If Sammy had not flagged down that waitress at Applebee's, I have no idea how long I would have sat there just waiting for my food.
Yeah.
For all I know, the check would have come and the waiter would have been like, did you enjoy everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
That does remind me of another story that I'd forgot about also with my girlfriend. There was a restaurant called Charlie's. I'm calling everyone out.
Yeah, hey, me too.
Charlie's, Chompy's, you're on blast. The porthole, watch yourself.
Yeah, you better check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself.
I think Charlie's doesn't exist anymore. So Charlie's was...
And the goal is to make sure none of these restaurants do.
Well, that's the thing. So Charlie's used to be... I always liked it. It's on Broadway in Seattle and Capitol Hill. I always enjoyed it. It was a good bar in the back, the front. Like decent food, good atmosphere, really cool place. Then it closed, and that was really like, oh, what a bummer. Then someone else bought it and was like, we're bringing Charlie's back.
It's back, baby.
We're keeping the name, we're keeping the sign, we're just gonna update the place, and it's gonna be great.
So far, this sounds like a pretty good deal.
So this is maybe on Carly and I. I've learned a big lesson is don't go to a new restaurant within the first like couple of weeks.
Oh, absolutely not.
There's a lot going on. But in this case, it felt like there was nothing going on. We walked in, and there's a sign up front that's like, hey, wait to be seated. And we're waiting to be seated, and nobody seats us. And eventually some guy comes by, and he's just like, just take a seat. It's just like, oh, all right, thanks.
This is one of those ironic signs.
Yeah. So we take a seat.
You remember in the old days when you'd go to a restaurant and you'd wait to be seated? It's a play on that.
It's funny.
It's
So yeah, we sit in we choose a booth because hey, who doesn't like a good booth?
Who doesn't like a good booth?
Abraham Lincoln.
That was not
Bad joke.
a good booth.
That's a bad booth.
That was a bad booth.
Bad booth. Oh my God. Who doesn't love a good booth? We're sitting there, and then so past being ignored at the front door, we're being ignored in the booth also.
Uh-oh.
Nobody's coming by. And I don't know. I always feel like, I've got to say 10, 15 minutes. I'm bad with time. It was a long time. Time went by. We're still just sitting there. Eventually, the guy comes back around and is like, rude, just kind of like, did you want something? Like, yeah, we wanted to order some food. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. What did you want?
You remember back in the old days when you'd go to a restaurant and someone would say, hey, what can I get for you?
Yeah, that's the thing. If
it's a play on that.
It could even have been like he was just being a complete asshole, and it's like, oh, this is one of those restaurants where people are a dick to you. It's just like, no.
Why would anybody go to one of those restaurants, by the way?
I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either. People are mean enough in every other location.
I'm mean enough to myself.
Yes, me
every
too.
day. I don't need someone else to say it.
I don't need that.
So we order our food. Time passes. Again, that's my phrase now. Time passes.
Yeah.
If it's a really long time, I'll say long time passes. Right now, time passes.
Long time passes.
Long time passes. Yeah, I'll say long time passes. And the waiter walks by again, and I kind of like give him a look like, any update on the food? We're super hungry. And he stops and he's just like, hi, what can I do for you? I was like, oh, yeah, we were just waiting on the food. And he goes, hey, I told you when you guys walked in that like it was going to be busy, okay? That harsh, like that big of an attitude, like, and then we're going like, no, you didn't.
Yeah,
You
I don't
never
remember
mentioned
that in the story.
It's like, hey, I told you it was going to be a long wait. That's what he said. I told you it was going to be a long wait. I'm like, no, you didn't. But we didn't say that. We just went, oh, okay. He's like, okay. And I just look over in the window and like, there's my food. I forget. I ordered a burger, I think, and Carly, my girlfriend, ordered a waffle. Just wanted a waffle.
Okay.
My burger was sitting in the window for over 20 minutes.
Yes.
Time passes.
Yeah.
No one else is ordering food. There's nobody else ordering food. Why did 20 more minutes pass before a waffle came out?
Yeah.
So eventually the waffle comes out, and they've given them to us in styrofoam containers. And again, this is like noon. It's like lunch hour.
Okay.
This is not like they're about to close. They give them to us in to-go containers without silverware. And we're like, could we get silverware? And the guy's like gives us more attitude, like suggests, you guys should have told me you wanted to eat in... What? And it's a sit-down restaurant. It's noon. It's the middle of the day. I still to this day can't wrap my mind around it. And yeah, I think we ended up like leaving and just going like, well, fine, we're not gonna eat here. We'll just leave. We were both pissed off.
Yeah.
But even then, even through all of that, like that's enough that like a more extroverted person would go like, I need to speak to the manager.
Sure, yeah.
and deal with this situation. And the thing is, I know a lot of, and maybe this is me making stuff up in my head, I know a lot of people who work in the food service industry.
Yeah.
And I want to say they've all told me, like, yeah, no, if you have a problem with your food, you need to mention it, because if you don't, we have no way of knowing that it's bad, and we're just going to keep going about our business. Like, they're there to help. They're there to make your experience good.
Right. But at the same time, it just feels like, oh, now I have to be a problem.
Yeah, I don't like being a problem.
I don't either.
But I'm always a problem.
I've had food come to me, like, as a kid. It's weird. As a kid, I don't think I really liked French fries very much.
Weird.
But as an adult, I like them.
Says the guy who wanted sauceless pizza as a kid.
yeah. Ease up on the judgment over there. But I would order like fruit as a side instead of
What a healthy option.
Yeah. But one time I got it, and I remember on one of the strawberries there was like mold on the side, probably because nobody orders fruit as the side when French fries is the option.
Break out the fruit.
Yeah, it was a weird like ceremony they do in the back because it's so rare. But they bring out the fruit and there's mold on it, and I pointed it out to my parents first because we were all at this location, and not
like, gonna call this place out.
It was Applebee's. But I pointed it out to them first, and I was like, hey, is this, I remember saying something like, is this supposed to be here? And they were like, oh no, don't eat that. And then they brought the waiter back over, and it was the same thing. I was like, hey, like, I don't, and I like turned it towards him. I was trying to just use it visually instead of
a lazy Susan. See here, like a QVC.
Yeah, I'd like to present moldy strawberry. And again, they were, so, I mean, props to the Applebee's staff, because I think every time that there was a problem, they would, compensate for it. They would just be like, yeah, well, sorry. I guess we'll bring you another strawberry.
I love how quick we are to throw, like, small, independent restaurants under the bus, but, like, let's say nice things about Applebee's.
Hey, let's say nice things about Applebee's, you guys.
We don't want to sour the Applebee's name.
Good in the neighborhood.
Not an Applebee's fan. That's just me.
I received fajitas once. This reminded me. Several things triggered when you told that Charlie story. But I went to this restaurant with my parents once called Z Tejas, I believe.
Okay.
And I ordered fajitas there, and received them at just barely above room temperature.
Oh, that's uncomfortable.
It was, but I powered through and I ate it. My parents were like, you didn't, the same thing of like, boy, you didn't seem to enjoy those fajitas very much. It's like, yeah, it would have been nicer if they were warmer. And they were like, man, you should have said something.
Yeah.
We could have gotten warmer fajitas.
They could have just warmed those fajitas up.
I don't know. I just feel like I guess I deserve lukewarm fajitas.
Yeah, I would have done the exact same thing, but like, yeah, that's bad. Well, meat's not supposed to be at that temperature. That's where bacteria sets in, and people die. Yes,
people die.
And we deserved to die.
I felt like the Z Tejas staff determined, hey, this kid deserves to die. And I'm not going to place a judgment as to whether or not they were right or wrong. But was it their call to make? Probably not.
No. Whose call is it?
Whose call is it? I also, your story of Charlie's, where do not go to a restaurant when it has recently opened. there's a yard house that opened up in Burbank, and I went there with a ridiculously large group from work the day it opened or the day after it opened.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, that establishment was not prepared for their grand opening, because it took like 45 minutes for them to bring you anything you ordered.
Oof.
And it took much longer for them to bring you the check. So
that's tough.
it was for a coworker's birthday, I think. And I was like, you know what? I'll go in here. I'll show face. Then I'll get the hell out. But I was also kind of hungry. So I was like, I'll order something off like the appetizer menu. Something that's quick.
Yeah.
And then I stayed there for like 2.5 hours. So
That's terrible.
I had to wait for that food and that check.
I've got a question for you.
Ask it.
When we were just getting moving with this podcast,
Yes.
we had a meeting at a Thai restaurant.
Yeah, we did.
Did you enjoy your pad see you?
It was fine.
That might be where this entire topic popped into my head.
Yeah.
Later after that, I'm like, I don't think Chris likes this.
I'm not a big Thai food guy.
Yeah.
But I also have not had it very often, so I could, in the future, change my mind on that. But no, I was like, this is fine. I can eat most of this.
I was just curious.
It's also weird because a lot of restaurant environments affect how much I enjoy their food.
Totally.
And that restaurant, I don't remember feeling comfortable. Not just in like the seats, but just the like air.
I get that.
The place that a place that we've been to several times in Hollywood,
Woo!
House of Pies.
House of Pies.
That place I am so uncomfortable in.
Really?
Yeah, it is too warm.
Oh, yes, it is.
And
that's fair.
Deeply affects my enjoyment of whatever I've ordered.
I have such a, I love pie. I've never ordered pie while there, but just that pie's in the name makes me love the place. And they serve breakfast food.
Yeah.
That goes a long way with me.
Yeah.
I'm a simple guy. So do you said earlier that you are you're still kind of a picky eater, or were as a kid?
I was much more of a picky eater as a kid. I'm trying to be more open to different cuisine.
Yeah.
But there's no denying that there are certain dishes that I like.
Yeah.
And if that's on the menu, I'm gonna order that.
Yeah. What are your hard no's to my onions, pickles, and mustard?
Oh, like ingredients wise?
I don't know. Yeah. Yes.
Mushrooms.
Oh,
I am a hard no on mushrooms.
Interesting.
I'm also not big on olives.
I get that. You know what's weird with me and olives? Green olives. Get them out. Get them out.
Get them out of here.
I'll put them on my fingers. This is when you know how people put olives on their fingers.
I don't know that. This is the first time I've learned about this.
Oh, that's a thing. Or at least when you're a kid, because they got the hole in them.
Right.
So you just stick it on your fingers. You got olive fingers. Ooh.
I only did that with like bugle chips.
Bugles are the other, but bugles are secondary to olives to me.
How dare you?
I know. But when I was a kid, my grandpa would show it, and my cousins and my sisters would do it. So I would do it too, but I fucking hated olives. So I would just like dirty up 10 olives to put them on my fingers and then just throw them away. Which is a terrible waste. But I completely dislike green olives, don't like black olives, but will enjoy black olives on pizza. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Context.
If there are numerous toppings on the pizza, I'll allow black olives to be on the pizza. I'll allow it. But they better watch themselves.
What? I don't like pizza with too many ingredients. I'm really I like a lot of foods.
Yeah.
But man, there is nothing better than pepperoni pizza to me. Like that's pizza. And then everything else is like an alteration on pizza.
Okay, that's how I feel about cheese pizza.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, we've had pizza together.
We have had pizza together.
My phone buzzed. It scared me.
Yeah, we've had dog barking and yard work in the background. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like cheese pizza. I like sausage on the pizza. I like pepperoni if sausage is also on the pizza.
Oh, but not pepperoni alone.
I don't like, I mean, I'll eat pepperoni pizza alone. I'll eat pepperoni alone. But
I said it once and it got brushed under, and I'm like, I gotta bring it back. Pepperoni alone.
It was worth it. There's also this very good pizza place. I think it's like Big Mama's and Papa's pizzeria. Yeah. And they have barbecue chicken on pizza. Also very good.
That's good.
Yeah.
But that's an alteration on pizza.
Yeah. I agree that it is an alteration, but it's one that it's quite enjoy.
Delicious.
Growing up, every Friday in my household, in the Binning household, was pizza night.
The amount of people that I've met who had pizza night growing up, like, I want a pizza night. We had pizza like relatively frequently.
Yeah.
But it was never a day of the week. It was never like, oh, it's pizza night. It's on. I would look forward to that all week.
Did you have any sort of consistent meal night?
We had one night a week where we ate nothing. An observation of other people's pain and sorrow. No, yeah, not really. Not that I could think of. No special nights, no pizza nights, no ice cream days, no salad days.
No Taco Tuesdays?
Not even a Taco Tuesday.
There was a restaurant by my college that my friends and I would go to every Tuesday that had a ridiculous... It was like $1 per taco.
The best.
It was. It would fatten up so much there. Have you ever been stuck with bad food at a place that is not a restaurant?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
How'd you deal with it?
That was more as a kid. Because as a kid, you do more... At least I do, going over to... As a kid, you go over to a friend's house and have dinner with a friend.
Right, yeah.
It's not a thing I do really anymore.
No.
But yeah, as a kid, similarly, like as a kid, I did not like mushrooms. I love mushrooms now. But I remember being at a friend's place, and for breakfast, his mom made eggs with mushrooms in it. But here was always my problem. Sell it to me as eggs with mushrooms, I probably still wouldn't have gone like, no mushrooms for me. But hey, give me the chance.
Yeah.
She just said we're having eggs.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, who likes eggs? I'm having eggs for breakfast. I'm going to make eggs for everyone.
Yeah.
Eggs with mushrooms. And I was so bummed out, and I just ate the eggs. I didn't eat the mushrooms. And then it's never just like a parent would go like, oh, clearly Evan doesn't like mushrooms. That's fine. Throw it away. Ha ha ha. It's like, you got to bring it up. Like, oh, not a mushroom fan. Are you a little picky eater, are you? I guess.
Never coming over to this house again.
I never did. Just tell me it's eggs. Or no, just tell me it's eggs with mushrooms.
Right.
Is the point of what I'm trying to say. Let a kid know.
Right. Let a kid know.
Let a kid know what they're in for. I feel like if I had, if I had kids coming over to my apartment.
Oh, let's slow this down a little bit.
Say I have friends who have kids, or they're coming over, and I'm like serving food to everybody. I would be very upfront about what why when you're cooking for kids, why leap to like, oh yeah, all kids like mushrooms and eggs,
right? Yeah,
I wouldn't even leap to like, I mean, I do like chickpeas and kale right now. I'm doing chickpeas and kale and eggs. That's a good combo. Put some
Okay.
hot sauce on it. I wouldn't cook that for a kid.
Right.
Just give him some scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
And I would ask him, how do you like your eggs?
Right.
Maybe like, I don't like eggs. I don't like them at all. And I'd be like, oh, I'll make something else for you. Talk to the kids.
Yes.
Talk to the kids.
Talk to the kids. Children are our future.
Children are our future. Oh, God, the children are our future.
Well, not mine. I'm going to live forever.
Oh. Fame! Have we run this one to death?
Yeah. We should probably move into what we've learned.
We've learned. I honestly, I think we have learned something. I think, and it's something I've always known, but I still ignore and will continue to ignore to this day. But I don't think there's anything wrong with suggesting to a waiter that there's something wrong with your food. I think they'd appreciate knowing that something is wrong so that they can take that extra step to make you feel better, because that's what they're doing. They're working for tips.
Yeah.
They want that chance.
That's true.
They want that chance to be the big hero that's like, oh, so sorry that messed up. Here's extra drinks for everybody.
Right.
Oh, that person's a hero. We
Yeah,
love
that's
that
true. I
person.
never thought about it that way. But yeah, they are working for tips. Definitely, though, let them know before you've consumed the whole meal.
Oh, my God.
Don't be like, that wasn't very good.
I don't want to get too far off, but yeah, I used to cook. That was my first job. I think I mentioned on another episode.
Yeah.
Was cooking at a teriyaki restaurant, and I made some chicken, and a pregnant woman came in, and she ordered teriyaki chicken. I cooked it up. It was perfect. Like, I know how to make chicken.
She was like, my baby liked it, but
She
I didn't.
Ate the entire thing and then said, this was undercooked. And I'm pregnant, so that's dangerous. Then why did you eat it? And she demanded another one. I'm sure she was just going around town getting double meals everywhere she went.
Well, she's eating for two. She needs
That's
double
true.
the meals.
That's true. I don't think a baby needs an entire plate of teriyaki chicken
You don't
with
know.
rice and pasta salad. Anyway.
Yeah, it is good to let whoever it's better to do it, I think, in a restaurant than in like a
Like
a friends or family
that might be
environment.
a weird thing to do.
That'd probably be tough.
Sorry, I didn't ask for mushrooms in these.
Excuse me. This was undercooked. Yeah, but I think for people like us, it is difficult to work up that courage to say, "Hey, like is this mold supposed to be on the strawberries?"
You know what'll get us there? 80% confidence.
80% confidence is the best way to deal with bad food. 80% confidence, 20% liquid courage.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, too excited at that.
yeah, you really woke up.
Yeah, I think that's a good lesson. Don't be a dick about it. Don't
Right,
be in a
yeah.
restaurant and be like, hey, bleh.
Excuse me, garçon. My food is terrible.
Oh, who is this?
I don't know.
Well, you got anything going on? Anything
Anything to plug?
Plug?
Well, besides our wonderful Instagram account at HowDoWeHuman, follow it.
HowDoWeHuman.
We got that handle.
We got the handle. Also, it's fun going back and editing these and then remembering like, fuck, we're still doing that. I mentioned like 4 or 5, I think 5 episodes in, we had not asked anyone to subscribe, and then we never did it again.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it, please.
Hey, if you're listening to this, you probably know us. You're probably a
Yeah.
friend of ours or family member. Just subscribe.
Just subscribe.
Just hit the button if it's
Hit
nice.
that button.
Leave us a review.
Do it.
I don't know. A good one.
Yeah, preferably.
Hey. Yeah. No, yeah. Do
Do that. Do those things.
Do those things.
Do those things. Da bears. I have a book coming out.
Oh,
Yes.
that's news to me.
Yes. I played it pretty close to the vest. You know, I wanted the big reveal. It is it's called Well, it's about the Philly.
I assumed this would be closer to the tip of your tongue.
I'm so excited. I want to get all the details out, but it's tough. It's about the Philly fanatic.
Okay.
Falling in love with Gritty.
Oh.
The Philadelphia Flyers? Is that?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The hockey one.
You wrote a book about it.
It's not really about sports. It's about them falling in love.
Okay, so it doesn't
it's
matter.
a whirlwind romance.
It's like a mascot fanfic.
Yeah, and it's not for all ages. It is
A little steamy.
I would say beyond steamy. It's
Oh.
graphic as hell.
Oh, no. I think you wrote mascot porn.
Yeah. It's called Looking to Score, he's
Ew.
a fanatic for the nitty gritty.
Looking to score, colon.
The colon is it's the punctuation.
Oh.
It's not spelled out.
Understood. Oh my god! I want to Photoshop that book cover. Oh, with the fanatic and
Oh my god! Wow. Well, it took us all the way to the end of the episode to have a full breakdown. Evan,
yeah.
do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Of course I do. Oh my god! I kind of want to cede my plug to your book. Yeah, no, my dog Murr has a one dog show coming up called Barks in the Dark. Mostly,
What's it about?
It's about how hard it is when I go to the grocery store and can't take her with me. If you're interested in seeing this, you can buy tickets through our partner at Petsy.cc for the gift of a loaf time.
Yeah, keep plugging Petsy.
We've involved a lot of real companies today. Well, yeah, rate and subscribe. Follow our shit.
Bye.
Bye.